Stand for Children was created to give children a voice. As you know, kids can't vote, and they have no power to influence our democratic system to meet their needs. At the same time, decisions made on their behalf every day help determine what opportunities they'll have and how their future will look. We believe that it's our job as caring adults to speak up for all kids, to be their voice in a system that all too often overlooks them. Education is the key to a successful future. As the system stands, too many children aren't getting a fair shot at the education they need to succeed as adults. That's why we're here and committed to changing the system. Our mission is to ensure that all children, regardless of their background, graduate from high school prepared for and with access to a college education. We teach everyday people how to join together with a strong, collective voice to win concrete, long-lasting improvements for children. We're working with parents and communities in our 10 state offices to ensure every public school is a great place to teach and to learn. We make that happen in 3 major ways. First, we educate and empower parents, teachers, and community members. Second, we advocate for local, state, and national education policies and investments. And third, we ensure the policies and funding we work for make it all the way to the classroom and have a positive impact. Change on this scale isn't easy. It requires hard work and it takes time. It also requires cooperation between state agencies, administrators, parents, and educators. STAND helps bridge the gap between all of the different players, bringing people together to work toward solutions. Right now, we're working on building an even stronger network of supporters. To tackle the big job that's ahead, we need an army of engaged parents who will understand the issues and will demand the resources and changes our schools need. There are 3 leverage points we see as critical for success. First, an army of engaged parents who understand the issues and power dynamics in their school district and are prepared to stand up for what's right for their students. The more parents we can empower to act on their own behalf, the more likely we are to succeed long-term because we'll have created a constituency that demands excellence regardless of who is in power. Second, we need superintendents and school board members who are committed to listening to parents and making smart policy based on what will help more students graduate from high school prepared for college. And finally, we need state lawmakers to proactively and systematically solve the problems that face public schools. Our multifaceted approach to community empowerment, policy, and politics are what make STAND effective. Stand for Children works to mobilize people around a common goal of improving the odds for our children. We do that work unlike any other organization. STAND is uniquely structured to tackle the issues in public education from all angles: at home with parents, at school with teachers and administrators, and at the State House with policymakers. In addition, STAND is unique and stronger thanks to our sister 501c4 membership organization, which can take direct action to lobby or advocate for specific policy changes and endorse candidates for public office. Working together, our 2 organizations can start to bring about change from all directions and better deliver changes that will improve the lives of kids. STAND is an ambitious organization, and we set a high bar for success. By the end of 2015, our goal is to help 1.5 million students, over 80% who are low income, to be successful in college and in their careers. While we'll absolutely see some immediate impact as a result of our work, many of the policy solutions we work for require long-term commitments and work to implement. STAND doesn't just pass a bill and call it a success. We stick around to help ensure the changes we fight for are correctly implemented so they reach classrooms and have a positive impact. Each of our state offices rigorously evaluates the impact and reach of the solutions we champion, using external evaluators when appropriate, and constantly looking for ways to do our work better and reach more students. Without question, Stand for Children's strong organizing model is the heart and soul of our work, and why we've been so successful across the country. Our organizers are out in their communities every day, talking to parents, teachers, and other concerned community members, and determining the best way to make change happen. While the work on the ground isn't always as easy to see, especially during high-profile campaigns or efforts to pass legislation, it's really what sets us apart and makes us who we are. In many communities, we've been able to reach parents who have been traditionally ignored. It's a myth that only middle-class or wealthy parents have time to advocate for their kids, and it's been a fun myth to bust. Take, for example, our chapter in Murphy School District in Phoenix. It's made up of extremely low-income moms and dads, but that hasn't stopped them from organizing a large chapter focused on inserting parent voice into the district superintendent search. The district is one of the worst performing in the state and has gone without a superintendent for years. Our chapter there mobilized 180 parents to write letters to the school board outlining what they want in a superintendent, and then mobilized 200 parents to a school board meeting to present the letters. While the superintendent search is ongoing, our parents now have a powerful voice in the process, and that level of engagement will lead to a better process and ultimately a superintendent and board who are more accountable to the children they serve. STAND has won 160 victories for students, from state-level legislative policy changes to local achievements in major urban school districts like Boston, Denver, Phoenix, Seattle, Portland, Memphis, and Indianapolis. In Tennessee, we helped develop and pass the Tennessee First to the Top Act in 2010, a bill that enabled the state to use student achievement data in educator evaluations. In Massachusetts, we fought and won a major act to help tackle the achievement gap and win Race to the Top funding. In Colorado, we helped create and pass the Great Teachers and Leaders Bill, which has set the stage for similar reforms in other states. These are just a few of our state-level victories. We've also organized parents and educators to make crucial changes at the district level, like incorporating student-focused changes in teacher contracts and ensuring that funding cuts, when necessary, are done in the least harmful ways. Education can be a polarizing topic that divides adults into warring factions. All too often, the debate loses sight of the fact that we all want the same thing: a better school system for our children. At STAND, we're not afraid to take an uncomfortable or difficult position if we believe that it's in the best interest of children in public schools. We're willing to work with anyone who makes children a priority and whose policies and priorities align with ours. That position can be challenging, but children's best interests are always our North Star. Across the states where we work, there are critical needs: chronically failing schools, immense budget deficits, confusing school choices for parents, and changing teacher evaluations. Additional resources will help us engage more parents and educators to find solutions that are in the best interest of our children. The more parents and educators we work with, and the more organizations and school districts we partner with, the more STAND is empowered to create change that puts the focus on our children. STAND for Children's #1 priority is helping the students who need it most. We're focused on efforts that directly benefit low-income and minority families, those who often feel the brunt of budget shortages and other systemic problems. While our efforts benefit all children, more resources would enable us to reach parents from all backgrounds, all across the socioeconomic spectrum. Whether a parent's major concern is a safe route to school, choosing the right school for their child, or ensuring the teachers at their neighborhood school are being adequately trained and supported, STAND wants to be there.